The New York Yankees are facing a crisis of confidence, a glaring indictment of their strategic paralysis at the trade deadline. It's frankly insane, an organizational misstep that borders on embarrassing, that a team with championship aspirations failed to address the gaping, festering wound behind the plate. This isn't just a missed opportunity. It's a dereliction of duty, a failure to fortify a roster that desperately needed an upgrade from top to bottom. There's no other way to put it. The silence in the front office, the inaction at the deadline, speaks volumes. It signals complacency, a baffling willingness to limp through the season with a glaring weakness. But hope, as they say, springs eternal. And for Yankees fans, that hope now rests squarely on the shoulders of the offseason, the next and perhaps final chance to rectify this egregious oversight. The offseason, while still a distant mirage on the horizon, is already casting its long shadow. And the conversation, the relentless clamor from the fan base, will not cease until a legitimate, game-changing catcher is brought into the fold. This isn't just about winning games. It's about restoring faith, about demonstrating a commitment to excellence that, frankly, has been lacking. That's why the recent whispers, the tantalizing connection between the Yankees and Milwaukee Brewers catcher William Contreras, should ignite a spark of excitement, a flicker of optimism, in the hearts of the most jaded fans. This isn't just a rumor. It's a lifeline, a potential path out of the current quagmire. Contreras wasn't available at this year's trade deadline, and for good reason. The Brewers, a legitimate contender, were in the thick of a World Series hunt. You don't dismantle a winning team in the middle of a playoff push. But the calculus changes dramatically in the offseason. The Brewers, with their well-documented history of shrewd, often ruthless, asset management, operate on a different timeline. Zachary Rotman articulated this brutal reality with chilling precision. If there's one thing we can expect from the Milwaukee Brewers, it's that they'll trade star talent away before free agency. He rattled off the names: Freddie Peralta, Devin Williams, Corbin Burns, Josh Hader. These aren't just players. They're examples, precedents, a clear pattern of behavior. The Brewers prioritize future assets over losing star talent for nothing. And with Contreras set to hit free agency in 2028, the writing is on the wall. The likelihood of Milwaukee extending him is slim to none. This isn't just a trade. It's an organizational philosophy. The Brewers are masters of the market, extracting maximum value for their stars before they walk. And William Contreras, a bona fide star, is next in line. This creates an unparalleled opportunity for the Yankees, a chance to acquire a player who could fundamentally alter their trajectory for years to come. Contreras isn't just a good catcher. He's an elite offensive force, a legitimate middle-of-the-order bat who happens to play one of the most demanding positions in baseball. He hits for average, he hits for power, and he drives and runs. He's a complete package, a player who would instantly elevate the Yankees lineup and provide the stability behind the plate that has been so desperately lacking. Imagine the impact. A catcher who consistently gets on base, who hits for power, who can drive and runs in crucial situations. This isn't a luxury. It's a necessity for a team that struggles with offensive consistency. He would lengthen the lineup, provide protection for the big bats, and fundamentally change how opposing pitchers approach the Yankees. But the offseason, as Rotman correctly points out, is going to be a wild west. The market will be unpredictable. The asking price for a player Contreras' caliber will be astronomical, and the landscape of baseball itself is shrouded in uncertainty. There's even the looming specter of a lockout, a scenario that could throw the entire free agency period into chaos, delaying any potential moves until the labor dispute is resolved. This adds another layer of complexity, another dimension of risk, to an already high-stakes situation. The Yankees, if they are truly serious about acquiring Contreras, will have to navigate this treacherous terrain with precision and aggression. They will have to be prepared to pay a king's ransom, both in terms of prospects and financial commitment. This isn't a time for half measures. This isn't a time for hesitation. This is a time for conviction, for a clear and unequivocal statement of intent. The Yankees need a catcher, and William Contreras represents the pinnacle of what they should be pursuing. He's young, he's talented, he's under control, and he fits the Yankees' needs perfectly. The cost will be steep. The Brewers will demand a significant haul of prospects, perhaps even a young, controllable major leaguer. But this is the price of contention. This is the cost of a championship. The Yankees have the financial muscle, the market presence, and the undeniable need. All the pieces align. So, Yankee Nation, I put it to you. Is William Contreras the answer? Is he the power-hitting catcher, the defensive anchor, the long-term solution that will finally solve the Yankees' catching conundrum? Would you sacrifice a significant portion of the farm system and potentially tens of millions of dollars to bring this slugging catcher to the Bronx? Is this the move that solidifies the lineup, strengthens the defense, and propels the Yankees back to the top? Let me know in the comments below. Like this video if you believe the Yankees need to make a major splash this offseason, and subscribe to stay ahead of every single bombshell that drops in the baseball world. Because when it comes to New York Yankees, the drama never stops, and the stakes are always sky high.